So let's bring in legal analyst and trial attorney Rachel Fiset. Rachel, so great to speak with you. Thanks for your time. You and I have talked about this case numerous times. That came after the discovery of Celeste Rivas Hernandez's body in the trunk or frunk of that Tesla. Are you at all surprised that David is now in custody? And why do you think it is happening now, months after the discovery of her body?
That's the big question. I am not surprised he is in custody. I am surprised a little bit it's taken this long. I think there was some speculation that the police department was waiting for her cause of death, really trying to rule out any kind of accidental death with her remains that they had left. So we got those results a little bit ago, and now I think they have had time in front of the grand jury. They have had witness statements. They have subpoenaed evidence. This is not a grand jury indictment, but I do think the grand jury evidence that was garnered through that process has helped assist with the probable cause leading to his arrest, and the case will be presented to the DA on Monday. I don't think we should be surprised if charges are filed on Monday.
Okay, so right, there are still so many steps that need to play out in this legal process. But when it comes to prosecution, when it comes to his defense team, what do you think will be or would be the strongest arguments from both sides here?
I think right now, what everybody might have been grappling with from the police department and the investigation side is that this looks circumstantial. And from the circumstantial evidence that is even known to the public, it looks like a very strong circumstantial case. The public is not aware of any direct evidence, meaning witnesses watching her be murdered. The public's not aware of that link between David and Celeste. So I think that is where the defense will capitalize on any potential holes in this case that the prosecution may have. At this point, however, I think they have garnered a ton of evidence, and it does appear that they have been very carefully thinking this through prior to an arrest.
So, Rachel, we saw video there that was shot as David was taken into custody. So it happened daylight, afternoon, early evening there in LA. You are not far from where the body was discovered, but we know that this is a neighborhood where celebrities have lived, currently live. Kind of just describe what that area is like for people who may not be familiar.
The Hollywood Hills is kind of a nest above Sunset Boulevard, if you will. And these neighborhoods are fancy. There is some privacy there. That is why you get celebrities there. There's also a decent amount of coyotes and wildlife that go on up in the hills there. But it's really still very much a central part of Los Angeles. It's just a fancy neighborhood that sits right above Los Angeles, where you can sometimes see the lights of the city below. You have some of the most spectacular views of the city up there. And that is also where his car was parked, was in a neighborhood just like that, where his car was parked and had sat with her body decomposing in it.
Oh, my goodness. So authorities are saying that it is likely the dismemberment and disposal of Celeste's body could not have been done by only one person. Do you think we could see more arrests here?
I do. As of now, we only know of this arrest, but we do know there were witnesses that appeared in front of the grand jury. We know there were friends that testified. I agree that it is very likely this was not one actor, and there is more to come.
And Rachel, we also have the aspect potentially, of an underage girl. We know the victim here was 13, 14 years old. She was discovered the day before what would have been her next birthday. But we're talking about an adult man here. Would that potentially play into this at all as well?
Well, there's no bigger crime really than a first degree murder charge, if that's what we're looking at. But yes, we had a 14-year-old girl at the time she was murdered. She was found a day before what would have been her 15th birthday. He is now 21. So, yes, we have all kinds of statutory issues if it is shown that they were having sexual relations, which, again, we have circumstantial evidence that she was his girlfriend, that she had told her mom she was dating someone named David, that she had gone missing in April of 2024. And that was the third time she'd gone missing. Um, we have some sort of evidence that she was in his circle really quite a bit. There's a lot of online sleuthing, placing her around him at various concerts and in his home. We have, again, a lot of evidence that ties the two, not to mention two tattoos that say the same thing on their hands that say shh. There's a lot here. There
Yeah.
is a lot here. So we have all questioned what has taken so long, which makes me think that there is a decent amount of evidence that has come through and they have really probed this prior to the arrest here.
Yeah, there's also a song where he's singing about a woman, a girl. The name Celeste is mentioned in that song as well. Do you think this will ultimately go to trial? I mean, obviously, I know jumping ahead a bit because formal charges have not been filed, but if they are, do you think this would go to trial?
I think we don't know quite yet. It seems if it's a slam dunk, it likely won't. If he believes he can present some sort of defense along with a lot of holes, if that evidence really does stay circumstantial, I think it sees trial.
All right, Rachel Fiset, really appreciate your time today. Thank you.